Now that I've captured Bazza, there'll be no one to promote these sponsors. Randall will slowly but surely run out of money and be forced to rework his entire career.
Bazza, there's another sponsor. The time is now.
What the f is that sound?
What we want?
But I tell you what we do want.
Bazza, where the hell have you been?
Rage. No! You'll pay for this, boy. Yep. I'm gonna f your code base so hard it's not gonna be able to compile for weeks.
Oh boy, I just got done with a cool new blueprint system for placing down structures. I've been making so much progress lately.
Good luck using the entity component system now. See you soon, kiddo. Yep.
Oh god, how on earth am I gonna manage my entities now? It's not like I can just...
Well, instead of doing like an entity component system, why not just dump everything that an entity could ever possibly have into a single struct?
So the entity component system went bye-bye, but what stands in its place is something even f***ing better. I introduce to you the mega structure. Hey, I know you said some of you fucks aren't subscribed to the channel. Maybe you should consider giving that button a bit of a fucking tickle, eh? Anyway, I'm about to go shill out some more products, so I've no doubt I'll be seeing you around. Instead of having a bunch of dumbass components lying around with scattered data, it all just gets dumped in this one big f***er. Every single piece of data that an entity can have is just in here. What's that you say? You want to flip this tree upside down? Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that, baby. No more worrying about what goes where, you just dump all the variables and go from there. Dr. Seuss, is that you? Now, some of you performance Peters out there might be concerned as to the efficiency of this here system. So, here's Ryan to explain that away.
Organizing data for the cache, as entity component streams often help you do, is useful when you start having a very large number of entities, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of entities, and that's not true for Arcane or a large number of other games where you only have 100 or so active entities at any given point in time, and you can for an infinite world, you can stream which 100 you're caring about in and out of memory so that you're only focusing on 100 entities, and they could be super big, super bloated, and it won't matter because modern computers are really, really fast.
I actually have no idea what the f you just said, but I'm sure it's good. Now, since the entire ECS... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh. Shit my pants. Since the entire ECS has gone bye-bye, a few things have just decided to straight up f***ing die on me. Namely, serialization. That's really about it, really. I don't really know why I said a few things, but serialization is broken. Actually, no, it's not broken. This ground not loading in, okay, this is actually a f***ing feature now. That's getting shipped. I cannot be fixing that right now, so we are going to move on. This isn't an issue. Now, just before I had my ass pounded in by that rework, I was working on a little something spicy to allow the player to place down structures. Because I'm sure some of you may have picked up on it by now, but where in the f is this crafting station supposed to come from, eh? The player can't just whip it out of his ass. So instead, you just use this little crafting tool chisel looking thing. Right click, it brings up a menu, cycle through various categories of structures. Right now, all we have is Shia LaBeouf, hammer, and sword thing. Yes, I know, very categorical indeed. Go into one of them, then select which structure you want to place down. It'll then let you chuck down this ghost looking thing for the desired structure. Now, looking back on it, it kind of feels overcomplicated as shit, but that sounds like a future Randall problem. Let's continue on with implementation, shall we? Hang on a minute, I'm running out of energy. Squire! Whoa! Well, as it stands, once you've actually placed the blueprint down, That's it. It's Dunskies. We need to add a user interface which lets you build the structure once it's actually been placed. Just walk up to the little fella, press E, and it'll take all the items from your inventory to construct the building. Wow, how cool and awesome. Next up, I noticed that how I kept track of character states was a little bit fucky lucky. So it's time to give that a bit of a refactor. So instead of setting a boolean for whether or not the player can move, interact with things, etc., all those variables are now implicitly defined depending on what state the character is currently in. Randy, you're speaking gobbledygook, mate. What in the fuck does that mean? Well, for example, if the player's in any particular state where it shouldn't really be able to move, this can play and move function just returns a fucking false. It's as simple as that. Oh. I told you you'd be seeing me soon.
Why do I smell shit?
Oh, never mind, it's just his crafting system. Let me just, use your imagination a bit more, sweetie. Yep. Fuck. Alrighty, so you know how last video I said I wanted no
Yuck ass looking UI interfaces whatsoever.
every single action in this game is going to be highly integrated. It'll have a user interface, but not just one yuck ass, big, bulky looking thing. But you know what? Let's take it a step further. How about if we have no yuck ass looking user interfaces in normal gameplay whatsoever? But Randy, how the fuck are we gonna do that? Well, good sir, just sit the fuck down and let me explain it then. Huh? Well, if you just would have listened for another 10 seconds instead of interjecting like some sort of fuck. Yeah, listen up. I did a bit of brainstorming with the homies a few streams back. Fucking milk drinkers.
Twitch.tv/Tom Randall, by the way. I stream video game development every single day. Link in the description. Go check it out.
But I did a bit of brainstorming and we came up, right, with the idea of this arcane mode. Okay, it's called arcane mode. It's very original, I know. It's not just the game's name and the mode on the end of it, okay? It's arcane mode. The game's gonna be about magic, right? So why not explain user interface with magic? Well, at the start of the game, you're gonna pick up this stone looking thing. And it'll essentially be the source of all your elemental magic, and I reckon it'll show you UI as well. So I'm thinking we implement some sort of Witcher Sense type thing, which lets you see shit that wouldn't otherwise normally be there in normal gameplay. So you press X or something to activate that bad boy, and there you go. You can now see user interfaces. What the fuck was that? Now, this is a bit of a slippery slope because it doesn't seem that intuitive, I guess you could say. But if we drill it into the player's skull early on, and give a nice clear explanation / tutorial on how to do it, I'm sure it'll stick. Now, the crafting station has just gone bye-bye, so I'm thinking for starter items, all right, instead of using that, we can just chuck them on the ground in a pile, walk up to it, go into arcane mode, and Bob's your dad. You can just literally craft with bang together. The very first item that the player will craft in the game is this flint axe over here. Mr. Editor, please make the flint axe float on my hand like cool. And that flint axe will let the player go and chop down these here trees over here. So I implemented that, 10 out of 10 animations and effects. Let's ship it. Alright, I really need a f***ing shit, so we're just gonna, yeah. See ya.